Phoenix Down Radio is on the air. With your hosts,
Klauss Nightbringer,
Seyrr Kimono,
Chille,
and Luna Vox.
Welcome everybody to Phoenix Down Radio, episode number 71. How's it going today? Give me a second, I actually muted Discord.
so bad.
There, sorry Chille, I muted you. How's it going?
Oh, thank you for muting me, but no, not too bad.
You're welcome.
Not too bad at all.
Glad to hear it. For right now, it is just Chille and myself joining you live from the Gold Saucer. It is Make It Rain, guys. You guys have been doing a lot of playing of the games and earning the MGPs and stuff like that.
I have been grinding the MGPs. I've done my entire challenge log.
Oh my.
Including Vermilion.
Well, hey, that's actually a really good way to get MGP right now. I mean, because you get an additional, even without the campaign, you get an additional 17,000 MGP now just from doing Vermilion.
Yeah.
Plus 50% for the next 3 weeks. So if you're not down at the Gold Saucer earning your Fenrirs and your games, what the hell are you doing with your life? And yes, everybody in the audience, Fair Eyes, is mainly Makotes, aside from myself and Chille. Are you scared, Chille? I'm scared. I think we're supposed to be scared. I think we scared Chille away.
No, sorry, I shouted out the podcast and someone said, "You're not my real mom," and I was laughing.
Oh, God. That'd be funny. You should have let that stay in the show. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's also a good thing that you're not the mom, because that would be scary, too.
Yeah, that would be very scary.
All right. So what have you been up to the past 2 weeks?
Well, I'm going to tell my magical story of Eureka, if that's okay.
Oh, God.
Because I actually did Eureka.
Why?
Because some friends came back to the game and I was helping them.
Okay, that's a good reason.
So anyway, I went into Eureka with them, and as always, I'm a giant whore and started randomly shouting at people because why not? Because I'm Chille. And someone responded with Chillikins. I'm like, no, Chille. Anyway, I shouted out and they're like, oh my God, are you Chillikins? And started shouting anyway. After a while, they sent me a tell apologizing. Oh, you're probably not him, but did you play Fantasy 11? I'm like, yeah, I did years ago. She's like, oh my God, you really are him. And she's like, oh, I remember you. It's me, Ash, you from Ashura. Do you remember me? I'm like, yes. I'm like, so I remember you. It's like, it's been 7 years. She said, yeah, I still think about you occasionally. I'm like, oh. So I ran up to her and gave her a hug. She also plays a Lalafell. So
Chille has a stalker.
She's so sweet.
Chille is a stalker.
That's
a
more
match
like
made in heaven. No, that's actually pretty cool. I haven't run into anybody that I used to play 11 with, but like I said, I lost contact with everybody once my server joined with Quetzalcoatl.
I still got a few people that I talk to, but it's just the idea that someone remembers me from that long ago. It's just like, wow.
Chille, people can't forget you. Unlike me, people can't wait to forget me.
Oh, I'll remember you, Klauss.
Who are you?
What's your name again?
But Seyrr will be joining us as soon as he gets home. And unfortunately, Luna is not feeling well tonight, so she elected not to join us for this show. So Chille and I are going to do the best we can until Seyrr comes to join us and save the show, because he always does.
Yes, Aurora, the Lalafell that I posted dates with, she's here too. She was up there for a bit. Momo.
Oh boy, Chille is just whoring himself out all over the place. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose...
When is this new?
That's true. So I just want to reiterate something for everybody. Starting about a week and a half ago, I decided that I am going to put the beard on the line for Extra Life. So we're for the month of July, I am going to be accepting any and all donations to our Extra Life campaign. You can check that out at on our webpage, or I'm going to have it linked in the Twitch notes here. And we'll also have it on the show notes for you, everybody who's listening to it on the podcast. If you're not familiar with what Extra Life is, they are a charity that raises money for children's hospitals, mainly by playing games. A lot of video games. And you may have heard of Extra Life Game Day. It's one day out of the year where a number of gamers will play games or stream games for 24 hours straight. And we participated in that last year, and we had an amazing time with a number of...
I nearly died.
Well, that's because you had way too much caffeine.
Well, no, it's because after 24 hours, I was going to go have a nap before podcasts.
But then you
because,
didn't.
I had... No, because as soon as I went to get a nap, I got phone calls.
Oh, that's right. You were up for almost 40 hours, weren't you?
Yeah.
Like me at FanFest. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, so for this year, I decided that if we can hit our $500 goal by the end of June, you guys can choose the fate of the beard. If you want to donate and you want to save the beard, you would put a message in there that would be #SaveTheBeard. If you want to see the beard go bye-bye, you would then in the message put #ByeByeBeard. I get those messages, and then I can add your donation to the appropriate team. Whichever team donates the most money, and if we hit our $500 goal, and the team that donates the most money will get their wish.
Shave that beard. Shave it. Shave it.
Well, like I said, if you want to see that happen, we need to hit our $500 goal. We are currently at 175, thanks to some really amazing donations. Team Shave the Beard is currently... Or Team ByeByeBeard. They're currently holding a small lead. So, if you want to donate, like I said, this is through the end of the month. But yeah, it would be kind of cool to keep seeing those donations come in for the kids.
I agree.
So that's what I decided to do with it. And we are on day 160 now in a row of streaming something here at Phoenix Down Radio. So that's quite a lot of days. A little insane, I think, but...
Yeah, you've done an amazing job.
But we're doing it. We're doing it. So there's been a lot of video game news over the last couple of weeks. Chille can really attest to that, being he is a game journalist for PlayStation Universe, and they are monitoring the E3s.
E3.
So there was
It is tiring as hell, and I want to die.
Yeah, so I'm sad they're canceling our anime podcast tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cry.
But I like the problematic sticker. It's probably one of my favorite podcasts to do, to be honest.
It is a lot of fun. It's nice to be able to be on a podcast that I don't have to be in control of.
But the problem is, though, I'm in control of it, so...
You've been mainly having Neil do most of the work.
I'm the one that records it, though.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Neil's been hosting it for you.
Yeah. Well, we decided it was a better idea for him to host it, because otherwise it's just like... Yeah.
You're the only one talking?
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you'd be introducing everybody, then you'd be talking about Boruto, then you'd be talking about My Hero, and yeah, I understand. And Neil does have an amazing way of keeping the podcast going, so...
I've got this little cute Lalafell bowing to me. She's cute. Don't need to nail. Wait.
But, so yeah, we won't be having that podcast this week, and I'm not going to be on the next one either, sadly, because of Father's Day. So if you were looking forward to hearing us talk about anime this week, maybe we'll have to do it kind of impromptu or something like that on the stream. We can maybe do that, right, Chille?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. But otherwise, we'll have a lot to talk
no,
about.
Seyrr, sitting on me.
Oh, boy. That's what you call problematic right there.
Timing!
Exactly. You're poking out of Seyrr's chest.
Is Seyrr trying to claim me?
That's a little bit troublesome. Anyway, speaking of E3, there will be a live letter on Tuesday, June 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time, or 6 p.m. GMT. And that's going to be during E3.
Wait, the live letter can't be then.
Yeah, it is.
That's when Square Enix's event is.
That's Monday.
Oh yeah, Monday. Duh, yeah, 6 p.m. Yeah, duh. Monday, 6 p.m. for that. Yeah.
This is Tuesday. When they are in E3 after it's actually started. All these other shows they're doing all these announcements before E3 even starts.
Yeah, no. So. It's been stupid, really. It's been. I like that joke tweet someone made where it's like, there's so many battle royales this year that actually E3 has now become a battle royale.
Yep, the winner is going to be the one that doesn't leak.
Yeah.
I heard you talking about that. Sorry for stealing that from you, but I thought it was funny. And we're just waiting for Seyrr to jump into the chat with us. Did he say something in the show channel there? Oh, he's saying it's not loading for him, so hopefully he can join us here shortly. Give me just a second. Apologies for everybody listening on the podcast. I am going to have to do a little bit of... I'm going to change the server, because I know Aurora was having issue at 1.2, and once I saved it, changed the server, that seemed to work for it. So go ahead and try one more time, please, Seyrr, if you could, if you hear me. And if that works, then we'll see if that goes. Anyway, continuing on. Yoshida will be talking about patch 4.3, and he'll be taking questions from a thread that's out on the official forums. So there is, if you're listening to this live or on like the first day that this goes out on the podcast, you would still have time to go out to the official forums and put your question out there. Otherwise, look forward to the questions that your peers have asked in your stead. So
all I want to say is the questions are probably going to... I'm surprised that... No, I just don't trust after the whole... Remember the question and answers they did for the Fantasy 12? And like 90% of the questions weren't even about Fantasy 12.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm surprised they haven't made this Final Fantasy 14 thread general questions, and people then start talking about... Yoshi, so what do you think of the new Dragon Quest 11?
Where's the eggy glamour? Though I still want tacos in the game.
Yeah, they should be called Tabnasian tacos.
Tasmanian tacos?
No,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
Tabnasian.
Yeah,
that's it.
Also, oh my god, my computer.
Is it your
also,
computer?
I'm sat in your lap.
All right, I'm going to try switching the server back to where it was, and hopefully it doesn't kick you.
Oh, no, Discord wasn't even booting up.
Okay, I was wondering if you're having a similar issue that Aurora was. Give me just 2 seconds, and... All right, everything should be back up.
Awesome.
I love how fast Discord is when you make those server changes.
So, why did you pick this spot to sit, by the way? Because now I'm sat in your lap, which I don't mind. But
You hadn't loaded at the time. That's awkward.
I was part of your booby at one point.
That's even more awkward.
That's what you call awkward. Awkward.
Yeah, you were leaning forward, and my head was coming out your chest. It was like I'm a little Lalafell chest buster.
Bustier? A chest buster would be something else that sounds like it's from Alien.
That's, I think, what he meant.
Well, that's what it looked like, though.
Oh, God. I'm not losing that mental image anytime soon.
Like I said, that's what you call problematic. Anyway, continuing on. There will also be a new Primal Challenge at E3 where you can get the new I Beat Tsukuyomi t-shirt. Now, who's that, you may ask? We'll tell you all about who that is when we start talking about the main storyline.
All I know is I think that's a really awkward t-shirt. Really. I'm sorry, but I would be awkward walking that knowing what happened to her.
Oh, God, Chille.
Oh, no. No. Oh, no.
Sorry, people. That was just, oh, my God.
As I said, that would be so awkward if I was walking around in that t-shirt knowing this game's plot.
Oh, my God. Oh,
Am
shit.
I the only one who bought that?
It's like you and everyone else, Chille.
Well, that is going to be... Yeah. Okay. Now we cannot unthink that. Thanks, Chille. Thank you.
Phoenix Down Radio, your one-stop shop for joking about child abuse.
We're going to have to put that
It's so good we
problematic
put a
sticker
t-shirt
on
it.
there. Since there's going to be no problematic stickers on the anime podcast, we got to use them here.
Yeah. I'm starting early.
Also, for those of you who have been keeping tabs on the whole Savage scene, Uwu is loose. The Weapons Refrain Ultimate was released on Tuesday, and there have not yet been any clears on it. But the fighting has been hot and heavy with a number of statics going for World First status.
Go, Mr. Happy. Go, Mr. Happy.
Yeah, Happy is going after it. Xeno is going after it. There's a couple of Elysium and Entropy. A number of the world firsts when it comes to all the new Savage fights are going after it. And like I said, as of when I just checked a few minutes ago, nobody has beaten it yet. So good luck to all.
I think they're still having trouble around the 75% mark.
Yeah, my understanding is you have to actually get hit by some of the Primal's mechanics to empower them.
Yeah, you have to wake
you got to awoken them.
Yeah,
you got to make them woke. Got to give them woke status.
And they get all swole.
And then E3 starts eating vegan? Is that how this works?
No, Titan instead makes you eat landslides because when Titan gets woke, his second landslide is instant and has no marker.
Oh, fun.
Eat your landslide. It's good for you.
I know that one landslide, there's some bombs at the back, and he landslides you into the bombs.
Well, at least it doesn't landslide you off the platform then.
No, but if you a little bit to the left, you get hit by the bombs and die. If you're a little bit to the right, you get hit by the bombs and die. If you're a bit too forward, you get hit by the bombs and die. If you're too far back, you hit the circle at the back and die.
You just can't win, can you?
No, you gotta be just in the right spot. You gotta be the.
Yeah, this would not be the first time that they have required incredibly precise positioning.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is definitely content that's not for me. But those of you who are fighting on this, good luck and enjoy it.
I want to try my
Ultima Weapon Ultimate. So yeah, good luck to everybody doing that. As you know, like I said, as you see here in the Gold Saucer, it's very busy here because it is the Make It Rain campaign. The annual Gold Saucer Fest shows that apparently the Gold Saucer is haunted, and it's up to us to uncover the truth.
They have brought back the greatest Gold Saucer game.
What's that?
I mean, this event, with what's going on with it, it is totally a remake of the greatest Gold Saucer game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right. Kind of. It's kind of like that. We just don't feed them Kupo nuts, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but close enough.
We are the Kupo nut, apparently.
Well, I was really bad. I need a problematic sticker for my one. Are we talking about how you do it?
Yeah.
Oh, little Moogles.
Are we talking about the event?
We can. I don't know if it's...
Go
enjoy it, kids. It's still brand new. Go enjoy it.
It is cute and short and sweet, and you'll pick it up quickly.
And it's live until the 24th.
Much like the previous Make It Rain event, there is one set of things where you have the storyline with multiple branching points, and there's an ideal pathway to get through it.
I remember you can repeat that constantly.
Yep.
Which means every time you repeat it, you get fireworks, 200 MGP, and some free goes.
Your reward is the same no matter what, so it's mostly satisfaction of getting the best story ending possible.
All I know is if it was real, I would have been arrested.
Yeah.
There's your problematic sticker.
Contributed to so much delinquency.
What's really cool is the new items they brought back or the new items they gave us are replicas of Gold Saucer minigames. We get Monster Toss, Cuff-a-Cur, and the Crystal Tower Striker.
No Moogle's Paw, though.
Nope. Each one of those games is 200,000 MGP. So they're a little spendy if you haven't been saving up already, but they are full versions of the game.
And they are massive.
Yep, they are full-sized, and you can get MGP from playing them, including you can get your challenge log stuff from that as well.
Yeah, have yourself a little arcade in your house or something.
Yeah, that's what I've turned my downstairs, my basement into a little arcade, and there's a little dance area next to it.
Yep, we've got one just outside the studios in the Phoenix Rising Free Company house, and I also put one a set of them in the basement of my house. So yeah, there's lots of games to play.
For anyone on Hyperion, the winning number for Jumbo Cactpot is 8584.
I don't think that's me.
That's not me.
It would be
Not
nice
me.
if it was, but we'll be going to get that here as soon as this show is done.
Dude, if we get it now, we get the early bird bonus. See ya, suckers.
Yeah, screw you, bye.
Did you even buy a turn in your old ticket?
No, but I realised I'd never had tickets on this account, so...
I told you to go buy them before the show, Chille.
I did, and I'm going to go do it. I want my early bird bonus. Where is it?
All right. And there's actually a number of prizes that are actually cheaper as well right now. So if you've been waiting and haven't purchased your bunny suit yet, you can actually get it for a reduced price.
I am pissed.
I want to say it's 30%
I'm so
less.
angry.
So
I could have got it cheaper.
Yeah, I believe it's something like a 30% discount.
Yep. So, I mean, if you take the 30% discount on top of the 50% bonus in MGP, I mean, that's a lot cheaper, realistically.
Yep. I believe that Fashion Report is also having increased rewards during this period.
Well, just because of the amount of MGP that you get from it, it's also increased by 50%.
Yeah, 10% if you've got the bonus.
Yes. So you don't get 3 times the amount like they said in a developer blog post, but you get a chance to do it 3 times.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they lied.
Yep. So that was kind of incorrect on their part. There's going to be 3 opportunities to get the enhanced reward on it.
All right. Well, let me go talk to him. See if I've defecated all over the theme.
Well, I don't think you can anymore. Can you?
You can't.
What
do you mean?
Isn't the lowest unless you go up naked, the lowest is like 68.
Oh.
This week's pretty easy though.
It is. All you need to buy is the Surge poncho and false nails.
Unless you're a monk.
What do you do if you're a monk then?
There's an item in Ishgard you can buy that also counts as a gold.
Okay. A poncho type item?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, like I said, if you haven't yet, go enjoy the gold saucer for the next 2.5 weeks. And there are also a number of new items out on the Mog Station, including the Eureka emote from the previous Make It Rain campaign.
Well, not previous, from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, that was the last Make It Rain campaign.
No, we did have one last year, but this was from a previous, I said.
Yeah.
Not the previous. There's a new Moogle-shaped orchestrion.
Which I bought for a friend.
For a friend?
Yeah, because she had money issues recently. She lost her job, so I bought her as a present, as an apology. Yeah, to say, you know.
I figured that friend would be you.
No.
Well,
I rarely buy Mog Station items for myself. I normally buy them for other people.
That's true. I'm kind of the same way. As well as there's 3 new orchestral tracks of Primal themes for the orchestrion as well. They're $5 a piece, though.
I thought those were from like this music CD originally.
I think they're available on From Astral to Umbral.
Yeah.
Or Duality. But yeah,
I'm sure those were old music CD items before.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not in the game per se. Like I said, this is the first opportunity that they're actually in the game, because these were the ones that were redone by the orchestra.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, they weren't on Duality. They were somewhere else, though, I thought.
Yeah.
Because these are orchestral arrangements, not the Primal ones. Anyway, $5 a piece for those songs. It's a little bit steep for something you can listen to in your virtual house, but maybe once they create the O-Pod, you know?
Are you trying to get them sued?
No, it's O, not I.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the
never gonna
orchestrion
fly.
pod, the O-Pod. Come on. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, you're so gonna get sued.
I'm not going to get sued.
Gotta listen to my O-tunes.
Like,
No, it's you call it the O-Songs account.
the lawsuits will get be filed so fast and all over the place that you're just gonna get caught up in the crossfire. Everyone's gonna be sued.
So, I don't know. We call it the... no, I don't know what else we would call it then. Anyway. Anything else amazing happened that you guys are aware of in the gamer community?
Nothing that I can really think of.
No, not really.
All right. So if anybody, if you know of any group that has an event going on your server, go ahead and let us know about it. We'll be happy to share it with everybody. You can email us podcast@phoenixdownradio.com, or you can shoot us a message on Twitter @PHXDNRadio. So this week, I'm going to put the warning out there right now. This is a full spoiler cast. We are going to be talking about the storylines for at least the main storyline. If we have time, we may go into some of the other stories as well. But we will be talking full-on spoilers for the MSQ Under the Moonlight. So if you have not yet completed that or don't want to hear us talk about it, mute your stream. But keep watching. We'd love to have the views. But mute the stream so we don't spoil what's going on. We'll make Chille like wave or something when he's when it's all safe. We'll throw the safe word in the chat or something. But don't go
Phrasing,
anywhere.
question mark?
The safe word is bananas.
I set myself up for that.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
I did. I know I did.
Oh, by the way, did you see that amazing figure I bought?
I did.
Does this relate to safe words?
No, it relates to bananas.
Yeah.
Oh.
I bought a little I forced someone to watch a banana kitty anime, and then I found they sold the figures, so I bought one.
Because that's what Chili's do.
Rabanana? No, not right now, Fair Eyes. I don't want to do Rabanasty.
And Kane, we don't have the chat badges yet. We will have them coming up soon. And like I said, as soon as that's available, I will be uploading them. And anybody who subscribes to us here at Twitch will have access to those, depending on how many months you've subbed to us. So, let's go ahead and get into those spoilers. So, the main scenario quest line was called Under the Moonlight. A little foreboding. A little bit of foreshadowing on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me think of the Coyote Ugly song
What?
for some reason.
What?
Yeah, Coyote Ugly.
Oh, yeah, that stupid Leanne Rimes song.
Yeah.
God damn it, Chille. You're fired. From a cannon. All right, so the storyline begins where we receive a letter from Hien inviting us back to the Doman Enclave in preparation for the upcoming prisoner exchange with the Garleans.
Man, why does no one use, like, blink shells or something? Writing
Because
all these letters.
Minfilia kind of screwed that for everybody.
Oh, and the Warrior of Light was like, that's it. I am never using a link shell again.
I am
Everyone
done.
can get in contact with me by post.
Or by
And then we went,
Moogle Rider.
and then we went off into the woods and became a hermit.
No.
Oh.
We bought houses in Shirogane and became paper moguls.
Oh, that's reasonable. So anyways,
So on our arrival, one thing that was left out of the letter was the fact that Gosetsu's condition was worse than he had let on. And he's been bedridden.
worse.
He's been bedridden basically since we last saw him. So we go ahead and go check on our friend. And of course, in pure Gosetsu fashion, he downplays it, saying that, oh, it's nothing. I'm just resting right now. And it's totally, you know, not sold by the fact that when Tsuyu comes in, she arrives to give him a sponge bath, and because he stinks, because he's been in his bed for how long now?
Way too long is the implication.
Yeah, and that was quite a little bit of interaction and banter between those two. It was very cute and very heartwarming.
Maybe she just really wanted to give him a sponge bath.
There's nothing implied sexual about it. The relationship has been described as being kind of like a grandfather-granddaughter one, and it really does show there.
But basically, it just shows that, like I said, they have been getting along very well, and Tsuyu has not regained any of her memories as of yet.
Yeah.
So we go ahead and make ready for the arrival of the Garlean envoy. Yeah. And we discover that somebody who's going to be going with us has disappeared. Tsuyu just up and vanished. She was supposed to meet us at the docks, and she is not there. We go talk with people in the Enclave and discover that somebody matching her description took a ferry earlier to the mainland. And
all I know is, how did she pay for it?
It's free.
Yeah.
I thought it was just free for us because we're the Warriors of Light.
No, I'm pretty sure it's like free for everyone.
Yes, they are kind of doing
well,
the right
now
thing.
Now they know how to make some money.
Yeah, there you go. They should have been doing that the whole time. But the thing is, the people that are taking the ferries are poor.
I'm not saying charge a lot of money, like 50 gil, and then the money from that could
How
go
about they
towards
just charge us
trade.
for it? And let all the dolmens ride for free.
Yeah, that sounds fair.
Lousy mooching war widows.
Wait, what?
The
wait, can I
Simpsons line where
I
Lisa...
know.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about the Enclave later?
Yes, we can.
Okay, good, because I can complain about that then.
So we scour Yangsha, and we search for her, and we find her hat on the road leading into the village of Namai.
I stole the hat so I could wear it. I mean, I
You
didn't
would,
say
Chille. You totally would.
I would.
And as we get to the outskirts of the village, we see Tsuyu walking up to somebody asking if she can buy a persimmon. But all the villagers are just shocked at the visage they see before them. They don't see Tsuyu because they don't know that she's alive. They just see the former viceroy, Yotsuyu, and remember all the horrible things that she did during her reign as viceroy in Doma. And
I mean, I hate that because, yeah, it looks like her, but she doesn't sound really like her because her voice is a little bit different. It's kind of offensive that, oh no, it looks a bit like the old viceroy, kill it! It could have just been really unlucky that this person looked like her.
Oh, they bring us love. Kill it!
Yeah.
I mean, like, this was a person who stood before them and meted out horrible, unimaginable tortures.
But no, what she wants is a frickin' persimmon.
But they have no way to know that.
She asked, can I have a persimmon?
How did they know it was her in the first place?
And then she'll use that persimmon and crush it in front of them like she's going to crush them.
She didn't have her hat. They totally wouldn't have seen it was her if she had her hat.
Yeah, the hat would have helped.
Because that's totally how this works, right?
Well, it's like Superman. As soon as you put on your glasses, you're like, who is that?
And you take off the glasses. Oh, it's Superman. Where'd you get
here?
Exactly. Anyway, fortunately, Hien is right behind us, and he helps to kind of diffuse the situation and keeps them from killing her. They wanted to basically hang her right where she stood. And
the witch has returned.
Burn it! But
the Wicked Witch.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of funny to find out that that entire escapade happened because Gosetsu had made an idle remark about enjoying the persimmons when he was a young man.
Yeah.
And poor simple Tsuyu just hears Gosetsu would like a persimmon. I'll get him one as a present. And just wanders off to wherever she can find one.
Yeah.
Though
Well, I
unfortunately, you
think
start to see that
he had it from there.
she's starting to...
Yeah.
I was-
But he
ahead.
had made the remark that they had assumed because of Tsuyu's simple nature that they could relax their grip. But this ends up just showing that no, they need to keep even more of an eye on her because she has no idea of the danger she's in.
Yeah, that's true. But unfortunately, this whole episode brought about a little bit of an episode for her as well. She seemed to struggle a little bit. And she started seeing things in her head that she didn't quite understand what was going on. We recognize them as things that she had done in her past, but she hasn't been able to really put two and together on those and figure out what that means for her. So, now that she's been found, we go ahead and bring her to the meeting at Castrum Fluminus. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Fluminus. To meet with everybody's favorite Garlean envoy. Chille, that's your cue.
Oh, that was me. Okay.
No, you're cue to call him what you called him.
Oh, twat face.
Yes. And he seems to be plotting something. There's a number of
Yeah, being a twat.
a huge number of coffers just sitting by one of the buildings. They almost look big enough to hold a person. You know?
I knew what those were as soon as I saw them.
You did, huh?
It just felt too convenient after the last patch. Not the last patch, but...
Yeah. I had expected that it would be I expected some kind of attack machines or something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. They were like really big. They could like hold like a robot or some sort of machine.
Yeah, I was literally going this entire time. During that entire cutscene, it was funny because I was in party chat with friends. And as soon as I saw that cutscene and saw those chests, I'm like, oh no.
But apparently they meant yes.
Yeah,
Yes. But that's not the only little bit of underhanded trickery that Asahi brought about. He also brought a couple of guests with them to the castrum in the form of their step-parents.
No, Asahi's parents, Yotsuyu's
Oh,
parents.
okay, so
Yeah.
Asahi is their actual...
It's
Yeah,
their
he's-
actual son.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was actually a bit of discussion in the spoiler chat and Loreberry about the exact set of relations between them and how things ended up. Yotsuyu had been taken in as a war orphan. Her mother had always seen her as kind of a, oh, look, another mouth to feed. This is just going to take all these resources away from my social climbing. And the father seemed to just go with what his wife wanted, even knowing how horrible a lot of it was. Real pieces of work, those two.
Yep, and the little bits of memories streaming back into Yotsuyu's head continued. She was really struggling after seeing them. It brought up a lot of memories. Again, she couldn't place them, but she knew something was going on in her head and it wasn't right.
And she was, even without recognizing them, it was clear that she thought, these are people I don't want to be here. She didn't know why, but she knew that she didn't like them.
And she was very uncomfortable with the entire situation.
Mm-hmm.
But Asahi agrees that Tsuyu had not yet regained her memories, so she would be free to stay in Doma. And the rest of the prisoner exchange will proceed as planned. So we head back to the Enclave, and... yeah, Seyrr, you want to continue on with this bit?
Sure. So we go back to finalize our preparations, make a couple stops out in the Ruby Sea to get some assistance with evacuation and the like. While that's going on, Tsuyu is troubled and unable to rest. And by the time we return and check in on her, we find that once again she's left her room. But this time, When we go out on the hunt, instead of finding a quavering woman seeking persimmons, we find 2 corpses in the Enclave Square. Tsuyu's step-parents, bloody and dead on the stones. The echo gives us a vision of a confused Tsuyu approached by the Nayoris, with their harsh words finally restoring Yotsuyu's memory. Crazed with anger and grief, she takes her vengeance, striking each down with a single stab of a knife before fleeing the scene to return to the Empire. The agreement still stands. With Yotsuyu's memory returned, she would have gone back to the Empire anyway, and so with heavy hearts we continue on to Castrum Fluminus. Asahi waits for us there, again standing in front of a large number of strange sealed coffers, but otherwise the exchange proceeds without issue until a familiar voice rings out through the halls of the castrum. Yotsuyu has returned, ready to once again crush the people of Doma underfoot. Hien defies her, saying that while she is free to return to the Empire per the terms of the agreement, her rule as acting viceroy will not be recognized. But Yotsuyu will not be ignored.
I will step on you, Daddy.
No. Just no. Ugh. But she said
Daddy.
She will rule as Xenos intended and purge all who resist. And that is when she pulls out and holds high the mirror that Asahi gave her on his first visit, declaring that she shall rise above us all to rule absolute. And with that, we finally see the scope of Asahi's terrible plan. The chests pop open, revealing a huge cache of crystals. Their power combines with the kami inhabiting Yotsuyu's mirror, transforming the Viceroy into the primal Tsukuyomi, deity of the moon. Asahi laughs maniacally, declaring that since a Domin has summoned a primal, the primary agreement has been violated. It's clear that this was his plan from the start. And though we have been caught in his machinations, we have no choice in the matter. We cannot suffer the primal to live. And so we prepare to face the ascendant goddess of the moon. Now, the fight against Yotsuyu, now Tsukuyomi, is equal parts trickery and tragedy.
Oh, that scene during the ad phase. Oh my god.
Absolutely. So during the battle itself, we have the shifting phases of the moon, courtiers' implements like fans and smoking pipes, all of those making for a very chaotic battlefield with tricks abounding all over. In the midst of the fight, Yotsuyu seems to emerge from the summoning and collapse to the ground, where she's assaulted by visions of past hurts and despair, as well as a single beautiful moment of hope in the middle of it. Despite our best efforts, Yotsuyu recognizes that the primal is feeding on her anguish and chooses to give into it, transforming once again into Tsukuyomi and rejoining the battle. At the last, we strike her down, and as she lies upon the ground, the somber atmosphere is shattered by the sound of a gunshot. And another. And another. Asahi has returned and is firing round after round into his stepsister with a mad grin upon his face. As he taunts her and us, Yotsuyu summons the last of her strength to bring forth Tsukuyomi's blades once more, driving them deep into her shocked stepbrother.
I'm sorry, but did anybody else laugh at that part?
I
enjoyed it.
I didn't laugh, mostly because at that point it was more of a shock type thing. Like, I was glad to see him go. That look of surprised horror on his face as the blades had pierced him was so deeply satisfying, but it just didn't feel like the right time to laugh.
Well, I laughed at just his pain. I was still feeling really, really sad during after the fight, but
yeah, I was caught up enough in the whole thing that it's like my brain registered that this is a good thing, but this entire thing is so sad and tragic that I just can't right now. But having finally taken her vengeance on the root of her tragedy, for the first time, Yotsuyu seems to be at peace as she dissolves into glimmering motes. Now, in the wake of this mournful atmosphere, we do get some welcome news. Even though Asahi had always planned to betray us, his second-in-command, Maxima, was truly a member of the Populares and still believes in the peace process. And as the new leader of the Envoy, declares that he is going to continue the prisoner exchange as planned.
Yes, that made me very happy that we were able to actually do what we had set out to and accomplish, even if it's a fleeting moment of peace with our enemies. It came to fruition.
Yeah, and it is nice to see that, yes, there are actually people on the other side who are willing to deal with us in good faith.
And even Alphino saw this as an amazing step forward, and he volunteered to go join them in Garlemald.
Yeah, he plans to join them, go deep into the heart of Garlemald, see firsthand what's going on there as part of the first steps on this road towards peace. Recognizing that without this understanding, they're going to struggle to ever actually reach that point. We also do get to say a sad goodbye to Gosetsu, who, as we are bidding Alphino farewell, Gosetsu arrives with head freshly shaved, declaring his intent to give up the life of a samurai and spend his twilight years in religious pilgrimage.
Because samurai is a meta, so he became a monk. He knows that it's not been buffed enough yet still. So he retired, he switched job crystals and became a monk.
I don't think he's going to be that kind of monk.
Not a warrior monk.
No, like religious monk, pilgrimage and stuff. This was actually a fairly common thing.
Just means he has to punch books, it's fine.
I should probably just leave this one alone, shouldn't I?
Yes. Yes, you should.
Yeah. Heian talks a little bit about how Gosetsu's loss of his family and how Tsuyu had been a sort of an adoptive granddaughter for him. So, making some of those moments during the fight that much more poignant.
Yeah, but I think it's a cool thing for him to kind of take the next step in his life. And it's cool that he sees Doma in a kind of a state of where it doesn't need his sword to protect it.
Yeah, this is what he'd fought for all this time, and seeing that he managed to accomplish it, it's a nice way to end it. I hope that we'll get to see a little more of him, maybe not in combat type things, but some little bits of how he's doing further down the road.
I know, while the storyline is over for this particular portion of it, I'm hoping we still get to see more of the Domans.
Yeah. Well, now we get to start the big rebuilding.
Yep. How's that going for you guys, by the way?
Can I just add one thing?
Sure.
I'm saying now that the next time we see Gosetsu, he'll do something really amazing, but that's when he'll die.
Oh, he already did that once.
No, but for good. I mean, he's pretty much played the failed samurai part. You know.
So now he's gonna play the failed monk.
He failed. No, I think he'll be monk. Yeah, he'll be samurai for this last whatever scene he does.
He's gonna pick up his sword one last time.
Yeah.
Charge headlong into the fray, and
because we had he failed at protecting, Heian. He failed at protecting during the tower, and then he failed to die. So yeah, it's the sort of the failure samurai that eventually wins and then dies.
That feels so cliche, though. And then let's just kill off someone to... Like, given that they already had killed him once and did that, that just feels like it would be cheap.
No, but that was, again, part of his thing. He was going to die, but then, for the cause, but then failed at even doing that.
I think I'm going to just have to agree to disagree with you on here, because I cannot see that.
I'm going to have to side with Seyrr on that, but we'll see what they come up with.
But so, as Klauss mentioned, we do have the Doma part of things drawing to a close, which means it's time to start setting up the conflicts that we'll face next, including, with those last minutes with Asahai, an echo-driven vision of a still-living Xenos. Concerned by that, we travel in secret to an unmarked grave in the locks, where the Imperial Prince's body was laid, and find that his corpse is missing.
Dun dun dun!
What a twist! And
so, we're of course beset with questions. Where did the body go? Who or what took it? How did they know where it was when that information had been kept under incredibly tight seal? As we look down on the empty grave, we see a man in resistance fatigues keeping close watch on the scene. Later, we get to watch as that man hotwires a salvaged Magitech armor before flying off to parts unknown, making cryptic comments about the hunt.
Dude, that was kind of an odd scene when we had that, but so
Yeah.
who is watching us? I mean, it's got to be a
It's Xenos.
Garlean spy, but
It's got to be Xenos.
that
Yeah,
wasn't
given the-
Xenos.
Given the remarks that he made, it's almost certainly Xenos wanting to continue the whole thing of the Warrior of Light being this worthy prey.
Oh, so are you saying that was like an echo scene? It didn't seem like
No,
one.
No,
I believe Xenos is in that body, and whatever is in the Gala mold right now is an Asian.
yeah. The prevailing theories are that the thing that is Xenos' body is inhabited by an Asian. We know that they can inhabit the dead.
Yeah.
We also do remember way back when there was that Sahagin that had been gifted the Echo, that when it died, it sort of transmigrated into the body of one of its followers.
Yeah.
Given that Xenos had some form of the Echo, it's believed that he was inhabiting the body of whatever happened to be nearby and convenient.
Huh. That's an interesting theory. I hadn't actually thought of it that way.
Yeah. So the belief is that we've got Xenos in some random Elazen, ready to continue the fight, some random Asian in Xenos. Shaping up to be a fun time. And
That's interesting.
It's Freaky Friday.
Woo!
On Saturday.
And then, still with those questions roiling about, the Scions reconvene at the Rising Stones, where the Warrior of Light joins the Istola, Ivalice, and Thancred for a cup of tea and a peaceful moment as they reflect on recent events.
Chille
My
wishes it
character
was.
pees his pants.
I was gonna say, Chille, you probably wished it was actually hot chocolate.
My character pees his pants because even though he knows all of them, he still doesn't trust it because every time he's drunk anything in a cutscene, he's been drugged.
Well, not at the dinner with Amaric.
Though
How
there
do you
was that
know?
bit where like his steward is pouring wine and you just give that a look.
Yeah.
Like you've been here before.
Yeah.
And as they talk over recent events, start making plans for what to do next. Alice agrees to hold down the fort at the Rising Stones. Istola makes plans to study the etheric relics of Doma used in recent summonings. And Thancred volunteers to make his way towards the Empire from Alamigo, hoping to meet up with and provide support to Alphino.
Yeah, though Alice really did want to go with Thancred. But she realized that somebody has to hold down the fort, and kind of begrudgingly, she agreed to stay behind.
But yeah, you do have that continuing thing of the two siblings, each of them kind of wanting to be involved, wanting to be independent, but at the same time wanting to watch over the other.
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet.
Though I think Alice just doesn't think that she's really the governing type. That was always her brother. So the fact that the roles are fully reversed.
All I know is I got happy when Alphino said, "Oh, he's going to Gala mold." Yes, he might die.
Oh, that's terrible.
I don't care. It's Alphino.
That's horrible.
We like Alphino.
I don't like him. He's annoying
You're
and
wrong.
stupid.
Well, you just hate everybody, Chille.
No, I just hate
Chille,
Alphino.
And Destinian.
And Destinian.
So I'm going to start calling you Gary.
I like Tataru.
Well, yeah, because she's a potato.
I like Nanamo.
Because she's a potato.
I like Momody.
She's a
Do
potato.
you like anyone that isn't a Lalafell?
You're not doing anything to dissuade us in our point, Chille.
Yeah, are there any non-Lalafell examples here? Any at all?
Hildebrand.
He's also, well, except for that one time when he wore that dress, he's not female.
That didn't make him a Lalafell.
Yeah.
I hope. Otherwise, I have a lot of worrisome questions about what exactly makes a Lalafell.
I think he has the brain of a Lalafell. Some days.
Harsh.
Anyway.
Uh,
So, continuing.
But yes, and so as we close on that scene, we open on the Garlean diplomatic ship returning and passing over the Burn, a desolate wasteland devoid of ether. The ship is fired upon by a Garlean gunship, and forced to make an emergency landing, our heroes are set upon by troops loyal to Prince Xenos. The situation seems dire when help arrives in the form of wasteland mercenaries led by a strange Garlean with a somewhat familiar-looking weapon. Though the man refuses to identify himself, he clearly indicates his purpose, throwing the remains of an Asian's mask in front of Alphino. He tells the group to call him Shadow Hunter for now, and as the group sets out across the sands, we see a number of masks hanging from Shadow Hunter's belt, including a particular white mask.
It's Gaius. It's Gaius.
Gaius.
It's
Yes.
totally Gaius.
Yes, prevailing theory is that is likely the Black Wolf, Gaius von Baelsar, who, after all, we never did find a corpse.
It's Gaius. Come on. Just it is.
Gaius.
But yes.
It's his sword. That's the piece of his mask from his helmet.
Yeah, no, the moment I saw that weapon, I was like, oh, that's Airsbane. Holy shit!
Yeah, I know a lot of people squeed when they saw that sword.
Well,
Yeah.
to be fair though, a lot of the Garlean sword characters use the same sort of model.
But not
So-
this one is very particular though.
Yeah, like, I recognized it instantly.
'Cause, I mean, it's got a specially shaped guard on the handle. It's it's a very particular shade of red, and then
It's
the
like great
blades.
sword type.
Yep.
All I
It's
know is I knew it was him as soon as he did that sword slashy thing charge.
It will be very interesting to find out what exactly has happened in the intervening period with him.
yeah. I
He
mean,
found his own warriors of light, and they've gone around killing Asians.
yeah, he's been busy. There was a lot
He's
of masks on his belt.
He's done better than us. We've only done one.
No, we've killed 3, 4.
Also,
Cool.
we had primals to work on.
Yeah. Yeah, we've
I don't remember killing
or,
four.
or 3 for sure.
So Nabriales at the place.
Yep.
The
And
thing
then,
that everyone hates.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Chrysalis,
The Chrysalis.
and La Habrea.
Yeah, La Habrea and Igorim at the Singularity Reactor.
Yep. Though actually,
Yeah.
you can technically say it was Thoradin that killed them.
Yeah,
Whatever.
We totally killed them though.
Forda
Yeah.
did it though.
Yeah.
He got the... Like, we totally scored the assist on that one.
He totally did a kill steal.
So can we
Kelsey-
get one kill and one assist then?
Kill secured.
We did more damage on it. He just stole the kill shot.
Kill secured.
So anyway, that's 2.
No, and there were 2 of them there, remember?
Yeah, La Habrea and Igorim.
Yeah. Chille didn't remember the other one, so.
So that's 3.
3, yeah. I forgot the La Habrea. I was counting La Habrea back at Ultima as well, but he escaped then.
Yeah, we didn't actually kill
Yeah,
him.
Lahar bread, as I called him. Lahar bread.
I want bread.
Mm.
So,
Lala bread.
what did you guys think of the story?
So, definitely an excellent ending to that section. There's been a lot of arguing going around about the relative morality of Yotsuyu and Fordola, or lots of stuff like that. So it's been something that's been really thought-provoking among the player base, which I've enjoyed.
So, are you happy that we didn't get a full-on redemption arc for Yotsuyu?
I'm
Yeah.
so happy.
Absolutely. I don't know about happy because holy crap, that's so fucking tragic.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean,
But
are you
yes.
glad that SE didn't use that for her character as well
Yeah.
as for Fordola?
I mean, and that's one of the things that actually came up for those who have been hanging around the Phoenix Down Radio Discord. You might have noticed a lot of discussion between us. Moose and I actually had a really good talk about some of the morality of it the other night. But the two were different characters. They came at it from different things. Just because they both worked for the Empire does not mean their motivations or reasoning were at all the same. So yes, I am absolutely happy that they had enough nuance to make it that way. And that they did a good job of pointing out both that, wow, Yotsuyu had a lot of really crappy, unfair stuff happen to her. And she still made that choice in the end, because a lot of other people also had those crappy things happen, and they made different choices.
Yeah. Though, I mean, like I said, there was still, I guess, a glint of redemption. When
I don't know that redemption's the word I want.
Her soul was at ease at the end.
I mean, she was satisfied with things, yes. I wouldn't say that she was redeemed.
No, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe she knew that Tetsuya would be her life if she hadn't gone through what she did. That's what I think she learned that's what she would have been if she wouldn't.
It's like, this is a life I could have had, and she got to excise the root of her suffering. Like she said,
all of it.
She had said at one point that Asahi was that young boy in those flashbacks. He had always loathed his stepsister. He had done all those terrible things, pushed his parents to it. And she knew, and she got to finally take her revenge on him.
But yeah, he really deserved what he got there. So I have to say that.
Oh yeah.
And we didn't have to do it, so our hands are clean.
Oh, you know, a lot of players would have been quite happy to bloody their hands on that.
Oh, I know, and I'm one of them. But you also know what I'm saying there.
I know.
It makes things a lot cleaner from
the whole thing where we did not strike down a Garlean envoy.
That thing, yeah. The whole diplomatic standpoint.
What if my monk accidentally kicked us and we went past? Does that count?
Yeah, you're just making sure he was dead. Double tap.
Yeah.
You alive? Smash. Oops, sorry, not too hard.
Not anymore.
Here, let me hold your hand. Oh shit, sorry.
But no, I'm finding that the 0.3 patches have been some of the strongest story so far within Final Fantasy. 3.3 brought us the closure of Nidhogg. What did we get in 2.3? I'm trying to remember back.
Oh, that was a while ago.
I remember it was pretty good.
I mean, this is the point where they want to say.
Was that when we got Isael?
Oh.
And Shiva?
Because I mean, that's where it usually starts setting stuff up for the next patch, isn't it?
Yes, I want to say that 2.3 was the Shiva patch, and that was a pretty good story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had Snowcloak for the dungeon, we had the Shiva trial, and yeah, I thought that was a pretty good one. If that was indeed 2.3. Well, we can always look, I suppose, can't we?
Defenders of Erosia, patch 2.3.
No, then what was Defenders then? What did we get with that?
Give me 1 second, I shall find it.
No, that was the Leviathan or the Ramu patch.
Yeah. With the greatest story never told and some Hildebrands.
Okay, maybe I don't remember that. So 2.4, I think, was the stronger one in A Realm Reborn.
I mean, in general, it seems like you want to end the story on a strong note for, in order to start setting up for the next phase.
Yeah,
but they did have one of the best dungeons in 2.3. Tamtara Hard Mode.
Oh, Tamtara Hard Mode.
That's also when they had Circus Tower.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a good one too. But you know, it was still a solid patch. I will say that. But I guess I want to say 4.3 was one of my favorite storylines. I thought.
Chocobo Racing was added. That's when we could get Chocobos.
So of course it was your favorite.
Yeah.
Chille likes his chocobos. Chille likes his chocobos all day.
I will ride my chocobo all day long.
But we'd like to hear what you guys think as well. Shoot us a message on Twitter at PHXDN Radio. You can email us. You can check out our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/PhoenixDownRadio. You can chat with us there as well. You know, kind of giving a little love to our underutilized Facebook group. Or as well as, you can also mention this stuff in our Discord channel at as well. That's linked in the below the stream, or if you're listening on the show notes, we will at phoenixdownradio.com/discord. We'll get you access to that as well.
Come join us. Debate moral philosophy.
Also, patch 2.3 was the first ever sausages. We got second coil sausages.
Oh, the sandwiches?
Yeah, the sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Second coil sandwich.
Yeah.
Yep, Silver Wolf confirmed, 2.4 was Shiva.
Yeah.
So
Dreams of Ice, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what Silver Wolf says.
Do we want to continue on and talk about the Return to Ivalice? Or how much do you have to talk about in lore?
I did not end up managing to get much done because we had some issues with the summer reading sign up today.
All right, so let's go.
So I'm actually happy to talk a bit about that because I feel like you said you hadn't done as much, but I certainly played the hell out of Final Fantasy Tactics. I love the Rita Rana Lighthouse stuff.
Before we get to that,
go ahead.
Can we say how is everyone doing in the Enclave? Because that's kind of about the story.
Yes. So that is the other thing. With the last patch, you can go and take all your NPC vendor trash and turn it into a little extra money and help rebuild the Enclave.
Or just do what I do and give two of the cheap cheap dairy materia and an Allagan Platinum piece, because the Platinum piece will actually give you 15k gil.
Yep. So for those who hadn't looked at the patch notes, you bring pretty much anything you want to NPC to the Dome and Enclave. They'll give you a little bit extra for it, up to a certain weekly budget. And as you turn in items, the money raised goes to rebuild the Enclave. It's pretty much you're getting a little extra gil each week, and as you do this, you'll get to see little bits of story. But they're making it very easy to participate.
Oh yes.
All I know is I'm surprised the budget hasn't gone up yet.
Mine, the percentage went up a little bit, I think. I expect as time goes on, it'll go up.
I think the 20k is going to stay, but they'll just give you more percentage-wise.
I really think that should go. Hell, I wish I could just donate without the money back. I would, I know they want it to make it last longer, but I would just donate.
It would also be kind of weird to go in and be like, you drop a bunch of money and instantly it's a bustling metropolis. Like, that would be a little bit weird. Having it take time to actually happen does make it feel a little less strange.
Yeah, but it just feels weird that, let's just say I walk in with 7 million gil on me and they're like, nah, we only want 20k, mate.
Yeah, that is a little odd, but...
Yeah,
it's also a way to keep.
I think when they talked about it, they said essentially that they don't want to be taking advantage of you. Like, they want to be able to try to stand on their own feet. And so if you're just giving them all this stuff, there's some amount of pride in it.
Yeah, but you stood there with 7 million gil in your pockets.
Like,
100k would not be much.
It would to them.
You could just drop it by accident.
That, and you also have to remember, not everybody has 7 million gil in their pockets.
Yeah, but...
Or even 100k.
If you don't have 100k, go do your challenge log.
That's true, but...
Like, let them have their damn pride. I'm not 100%
They're not
sure
Vegeta! Domans are not Saiyans!
But they have their pride in what they're doing, and they feel a little bad about taking advantage of their savior that way.
Otherwise, I think the storylines are cute.
Oh, yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I just finished the 10,000 stalls and started up the new area.
Same.
I finished the 10,000 stalls last week, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I finished it.
I just got the cutscene this week though, because I forgot the last one.
Yes, that is an important point. Make sure to check out the donation basket and talk to a few times until you've gotten all the cutscenes you'll get. Because if it appears that there's thresholds that are less than the weekly limit, and so you can actually have multiple scenes queued up in
yeah.
There's 2 to 3.
Like 4.
There's 2 to 3 cutscenes per week, usually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I went in, I had a cutscene to finish up the stalls, and then I had 3 cutscenes for the new area. What are they calling it again?
The yard, I think.
Yes, the yard. I had 3 cutscenes for the yard after I made my donation.
Yep. As people discuss how they want to rebuild Doma, what sorts of things are important, getting into a lot of the issues that actually do come up in trying to build a nation.
The interplay back and forth between those 2 different masters is pretty funny.
Oh, and I'm still annoyed that I couldn't buy those toys that are in the other area. I want those toys.
Or the sugar art.
Yeah,
I think that's a furnishing you can get now.
you can.
Is it? Do you have to...
I totally saw this one. Hang on. I think it's craftable, but let me check.
Well, I was hoping I could buy it from the vendor because they're there.
Right? I mean, we just gave them a bunch of money. Why don't you let's buy from you too, right?
Yeah.
Let us buy from you.
Let's see. Housing items. I totally saw this.
Mithrin, no, Seyrr doesn't know how to pimp.
Oh, okay. So it is a thing. It is a candy. So it is a furnishing item that will be able to get. It does not appear to be available yet.
So it will be
Okay.
purchasable from an NPC,
Maybe.
hopefully.
The actual source is unknown, but it's something that's in the data files.
Probably once the thing's finished, maybe they'll open up markets.
Yeah, I could see that. So we probably have a couple more weeks until they introduce it. Maybe 4.35.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a
Well, it's
charming
probably in the
thing.
game. It's just waiting until we finish it.
But yeah, so I mean, if you guys haven't been doing that, go to the Doman Enclave every week. And like I said, if you do like retainer ventures, you get like those elegant silver pieces. It's a great way to get extra money from those instead of just NPCing them.
Or be rich like me and hand in platinum ones.
Because you just want to go out and buy the platinum ones instead.
No, I did a lot of Eureka lot boxes.
Oh yeah, that would do it too. I still have about 80 to open up, so
You can open them up a bit more easily now, I think.
yeah.
I still
can
have 1,200.
Good God.
Are you ever going to open them?
I've already opened 1,000.
I think I'm going to wait to go into Eureka until Pagos is out. So
Well, you don't have to go in Eureka. You can just do it outside.
yeah, and I know, but I'm just saying I probably won't be going back in to get more of those chests or anything like that until the next iteration is released.
Yeah, I handed in like 300 and got some platinum pieces, and I've been using those.
But yeah, so that basically will conclude the MSQ portion of this. And Seyrr, you said you wanted to talk about... Should we talk about the return to Ivalice, and then we'll hold off on lore till the next show?
And that way I can actually finish the lore segment. Yes.
That sounds like a plan. So we will... and like I said, I just don't remember a lot of the storyline with this. Where I was enraptured with the return to Ivalice was actually the dungeon itself. Like I said, I played a lot of 12, and there was a lot of really beautiful cues from the Ritterana Cataphract in Final Fantasy 12.
Oh, yes.
Also, once you have beat the quest, make sure you go back so you can get your free crystals and clusters.
Oh yes, it may make you bacon bread.
Yeah.
Ah,
And remember,
delightful,
you
that
make
entire thing.
3 bacon bread per synth.
I just bought 10.
I got all the
They're not even that hard to make
they're
anymore.
not. It's only a level 50 Mastercraft.
But at the time, it was 10. There was 10 for 40k gil. So,
For 40k total?
Yeah.
yeah.
I still think I can do it cheaper.
Yeah, you can. Because I mean, it's a relatively inexpensive item from the Grand Company, and then some.
I
cheap
have about
flour.
2,000 Ram Company sales.
So let's see. Smoked bacon and then wheat. Oh yeah, this is all cheap stuff.
Yeah. But like I said, I gathered enough mats to make to do 10 synths, and then I ended up making 30 of them.
And thus you had 20 to sell.
Well, I gave 10 to Aurori for all the help that she's done for me, and then I sold
Yay,
10.
Rory!
So, but yeah, I mean, your small investment can net you at least 100 to 200,000 gil.
Or you can actually use the material yourself.
Or
Which would
it can
save you that money, I guess.
So that's you making the money.
Yep, opportunity costs are a thing, so you're absolutely right.
Yay, Seyrr says I'm
So,
right.
Yeah, no, economically it absolutely makes sense.
All right,
So, yeah,
so continuing.
Aside from Red Chocobo Savage, which seems to be the bit of it that's stuck in most people's minds, so we start by with a notification that Genomus has made a breakthrough in his research into the aura site.
I've done it. Oh, not that kind of
bad.
breakthrough? Damn it.
No. With the arrival of Mikoto, an Archon from Charlayan, who reveals several unexpected properties of the Osseous aura site. After several incredibly verbose and technical explanations, each time being told to dumb it down a couple more shades.
Seyrr, that reminded me so much of you.
Yeah, I don't see what the problem was. I had it on the first explanation. If you know what words mean, it's fine. Apparently, people don't know what words mean.
It was still
But
funny.
It was pretty funny. Like, the one where, like, the next last one, I was like, okay, that's understandable. And then Sid tells her to dumb it down another shade. And it was like, come on, man!
Well, I think he was still getting some blank stares from the troop members.
Yeah.
And me, I was stood there confused. I was like, which one of these words means punching?
Necromancer in the chat saying, yeah, I get that from Seyrr all the time.
So anyways, we learned that the Otius... Is it Otius? Otius? I'm not actually sure.
Whatever it is.
We're going to go with Otius until someone tells me I'm pronouncing it wrong.
Yeah,
we
we'll still
learned that
correct you.
We learned that it is a unique construct of crystal capable of taking in a strong desire in the form of ether, multiplying that ethereal energy, and eventually releasing it. Or, as Sid puts it, it takes one's deepest fantasies and makes them reality.
Don't
much
let
like the
Chille
summon of a
have
primal.
it.
Yes, can I have it?
Don't
Yeah,
let
there's
Chille
actually-
have it.
There's actually some discussion of the implications of this power. The idea that the aura site itself is not bad, so much as how it gets done by how it's formed by the wishes of its wielder. And then the noting that this is very similar to philosophies espoused by the Empire. There's quite a bit of interesting back and forth on this. Which eventually gets interrupted by a very irate Ramza and the arrival of several uninvited guests, including a prospective Mughal actor named Montblanc, and, after we go and save him from himself, the minions of Bagamnan, the Banga who took the Duma aura site from us in the depths below Rabanastre. Bagamnan's followers are concerned for their captain, whose regret over his failings in the fall of Dalmasca seem to have left him susceptible to the thrall of the Duma. They have only one clue to his whereabouts, Ridorana. Now, I do want to note that, again, for the people who love 12, there's some, like, lovely pencil drawings, lots of fun flashbacks to the events of 12, which have been changed a little bit for the purposes of the storyline here. For instance, Ashelia and Prince Rassler, instead of being husband and wife, are now brother and sister in this telling of the story. But still, for those of you who played and loved 12, lots of fun callbacks during this sequence. We end up being busied with a rather involved quest to find a bottle of Dalmascan wine.
Which,
including...
do you know where this is from?
I don't actually. I wondered about it.
I learned this one. Thank you, Ruby and Yelta, on Gather Together. Go check them out sometime. www.gathertogether.com. .com. It is from Vagrant Story.
Oh, the Leamond reference. Okay, yes, I knew about that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I saw Leamond and I was like, yay, they got a Vagrant Story reference in there. I thought you meant the entire plot of what was going on with the wine.
No, the wine portion of it.
Yeah, the wine itself, yes, makes reference to Vagrant Story, which is
Drink
another
your
one.
wine, boy. Boy.
And I must say, had like an absolutely amazing moment with Hancock that just left me.
Oh God, I laughed so hard when he was like, "Oh, we'll just do this, pour the wine into the bottle. He'll never know."
How about that for a circle? Genesis said that I'm the one who told Ruby and Yelta from Gather Together, go check them out, Gather Together.
That is
whatever.
true. I do
Nice.
remember that.
And then he heard it from Seyrr originally.
Oh, shit.
Excellent. Yeah, well, no, like the Leomon thing I caught immediately, and I was just gushing about to anyone. Okay, that's kind of hilarious that went back around that way.
That is hilarious, yes. So, yes, full circle.
Woo! Also, for those who feel at all bad about the fact that we ripped off Gegeruju, if you talk to him a bit more after that, he reveals that he plans to fill it up with some random wine. In fact, I think the exact same ones that Hancock is selling, and sell it off to someone, put the cork in, and sell it back to some unsuspecting sucker.
All I know is that was my favourite part because we got to spend time with the Lalafell I wish I could be when I retire as the Warrior of Light. I want to be able to retire at the edge of cost of this or be pampered by cat ladies. That is my Warrior of Light's dream of what he wants to do.
I just loved it for at the end when we had finally gotten the super rare wine ourselves. The key item description tells it as a wine that is so rare and valuable that you find yourself wondering why you don't just drink it yourself and fill the bottle with some Lominson Red.
Why didn't we?
I don't know. Also, the talks I have had with people involved in wine say that rather a lot of this, right down to Gegeruju's appraisal of the wine, is far, far too accurate to life. Like, wine experts, blindfolded, cannot tell the difference between the super cheap wines and the multi-$100 bottles. Half of the terms that they say, like, no one really knows what they're talking about. They think they do, but they are so easily influenced by being told what wine it's supposed to be or stuff like that.
Yes,
Yeah, watch that,
earthy.
what you call it, on
With-
YouTube. What's his name? He ruins it, that show about ruining everything.
Adam ruins everything. Adam
That's it,
Conover.
yeah.
Great guy.
I always think of Seyrr when I watch it.
Aw, thank you.
No worries.
I know a lot of people were salty on that whole quest line, but
The entire thing was hilarious.
yeah,
Yeah, my mates were complaining, but I'm like, yes, I got to spend time with the Lalafells. The best
I
time.
got to see Hancock being Hancock. That guy is
Yeah.
great.
that was pretty crazy.
But we all of that time killing leaves Genomus and Roms the time to actually do some research and to find out that Ridorana is the Ridorana Lighthouse, an ancient structure sitting atop a vast cataract. They find that in the time of Ivalice, there was no cataract or lighthouse in that spot, suggesting that Ridorana's true nature may hide further secrets. We set out for the lighthouse, where we quickly find the erstwhile Bagamnan. The grief-crazed Banga is beset with visions from the Aura site, seeing his closest comrades as Garlean soldiers, and is driven to speak the words of a terrible pact before vanishing. Again, throwback moment, the thing he speaks about the sword and the stone and engraving skills into, that's the opening crawl from Final Fantasy Tactics. Like, that entire little speech oath pact thing he's making is the little thing that appears during the opening scene of, like, what is it called? But yeah, so it was really thrilling to see that showing up there and to realize, like, oh man, it says it, this can't be good. This is big. This is important. Oh, beautiful moment. But, and so we make our way up that lighthouse, fighting ancient monstrosities, and finding that the structure was once a great tower. Though a disaster long ago blew out the middle sections, the upper portions remain above it, floating in air, and atop them sits the lost clockwork city of Gaug. This ancient Ivalician metropolis was the birthplace of airships, automatons, and a host of other technological marvels.
Puppet Master confirmed?
Well, maybe. I mean, we've had the automatons for a while.
Yeah, it's true.
According to some theories, it's even Galg is even the ancestral homeland of the Garleans. This is something that Ramza goes into a little bit more detail in the scenes during the quest. But it is now also the home of Bagamnan, who has been transformed by the Orosite into the dread dragon Yasmat, who fortunately is not quite as hard to kill as the FF12 one, though one of the mechanics does involve shattering something to reduce its absurd amount of hit points to a more manageable number.
Yeah, I am kind of sad that they didn't give him 50 million HP, though.
Maybe that'll be like a savage version of it later. And we do eventually lay that dragon low, and on its remains find a curious necklace once held by Bagamnan, twin to a necklace owned by Alma. Back aboard the Prima Vista, Ramza shares a fantastic theory. The necklaces themselves are shards of an Orosite that was owned by the original Ramza Beov, and have been imprinted with a desire to return to Ivalice. Oh, we've got a title drop there.
Were you excited?
Yeah, I totally was. I was like, huh, so because like I had always wondered about that return to Ivalice, like. Oh, sorry, someone's sending me tells. Oh, okay, we're fine. But like the idea that like no, it's something else that's trying to return to Ivalice is interesting.
Okay, makes sense.
But Ramza continues to suggest that the necklaces are testing us, showing us other remnants of the past to ascertain whether we're actually worthy to take them on. And Ramza speaks with surprising confidence in his theory, and with a warmth and kindness that is in sharp contrast to the harsh words he has had for us and for his sister all throughout this escapade. That is, until he passes out again. As Alma takes her brother away for some much-needed rest, we muse on Ramza's surprising change in attitude, and on where the stones may lead us next.
Anybody else kind of find it weird that he had that huge mood swing?
I mean, there's plenty of theories going on in that as well. The big one being that the auras of given it was the suggestions that those Orosites are filled with Ramza's will, and that the Ramza now was speaking with the voice of the Ramza Beov of the past.
Yeah, that's kind of the one that I've heard a lot of. That it,
yeah, I mean,
almost like it was possessed.
He refers to Alma as dear sister, which is the way that the Ramza in Final Fantasy Tactics always talk. Like the one Ramza in Tactics, like very much cared for his sister. A lot of the stuff where he was like fighting the huge demons to save the world, it was actually because he was trying to rescue his sister.
I just thought he wasn't. We found out he wasn't really real.
No, he's a real life boy. Theory.
So he's just the desires created by someone else.
No, that's
scared that he's a scent. Yeah, like Chen with the non-scent.
No, this isn't Spira, and that's not Titus.
But I mean, I can see where you're coming with the idea that because Ramza and Alma were adopted, right?
Yeah.
And this idea that maybe they're this construct created from these unrealized desires, like this thing that's sort of an echo of the stuff from the past.
Yeah.
Well,
it's an interesting idea.
I guess it's always possible, but.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be explaining more of the mystery, however it goes, in the next one, which I think is gonna be the last chapter.
Yeah, I believe so. They seem to be 3 chapters, but I mean, who's to say that we might not get another one?
Yep.
But I mean, what are your guys' thought on the actual dungeon itself? Did we talk about that the last episode? Not really.
I don't think so. So yeah.
Quick maths.
Yeah, I mean. So you've got 4 bosses for it. Small amounts of trash, though the trash itself was kind of interesting at some points.
I liked that it was a really nice throwback to the actual lighthouse in 12, because you had those the Doulahan enemies, and you had those giant. I think they look like candles, giant candle things, and then they blow up on you just like they did in the game. And then when you finish that, the green bridge came down. Just like in 12. I thought that was kind of a nice little throwback.
Indeed. Yeah, they definitely seem to be taking every opportunity to have a bit of fun with that setting, which is nice.
And I
They
thoroughly
understand what
enjoyed
we're
it.
here for.
It was I thought it was well done. I don't think it was nearly as hard as Rabanaster was. There was a lot less wiping, at least on my first couple of run-throughs.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think my group only wiped twice. That was on quick maths and the final boss.
yeah, I will say
Yeah.
that Construct 7 was... I think it's probably my favorite boss right now, but it took a
Right.
little bit to get used to.
Yeah, definitely it took a bit to realize, oh, when I'm in this square, it stays like, it's the, I thought entering the square made the change, but then it stayed, and so that I'd have to do multiple movements. That got me a few times.
Yeah, but it drops off when you leave. And then the fact that during that ad phase that you have to kill it within X amount of time and then run to the center before it blows up.
I like the
you're not
fact
drawn
that
in.
there's... yeah. Are we talking about Construct 7 still?
Yes.
I like the fact that the ad phases are based on different Savage tiers in a way. Well,
Yeah, they're all different. Oh, they're
Oh yeah, each
different
party
ones.
actually gets different mechanics to deal with.
Yep.
yeah. One is the tethers.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're right tether. The other one is missiles.
And then the other one is the dice one from Ozma,
Yeah.
where you have to stop doing everything, put your weapon away, and stand still. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you blow up.
Also, as long as we're at it, I had a complete laugh out loud moment on Famfreet that was just kind of delightful.
Tide Pod.
It's a
Pods.
tank buster.
Eat that tank mod.
I thought that was
Yeah.
hilarious when I
But
saw
don't,
that too.
please don't.
Yeah, don't eat Tide Pods. Not a good thing, guys.
Like, almost no one actually ate Tide Pods. Plenty of people were like, I'm going to pretend to eat Tide Pod for social media likes. And a few people were like, oh shit, I accidentally took it too far. What's the number for poison control?
Don't do it. Either way.
I mean, yeah.
Don't put
Even
it in your
prete-
mouth.
Like, don't pretend to for social media likes because you might accidentally eat too much and need the number for poison control.
Yes. But still,
So
I thought it was
don't
funny that,
put
that
it
they
in
went
your
there. I wonder what it's called in the other localizations.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious.
Not curious enough to where we looked it up beforehand, but
Nah.
That
And
would
then
involve.
the Belias fight was also kind of interesting.
I liked it.
Um,
It wasn't extremely difficult, but there's a lot of mechanics. A lot of mechanics.
Belias is the fire one, right?
Yes.
Yep.
I hated that fight so much.
Why?
It just felt like it took forever.
Well, if you had people who were bringing the tethers within the group, or were facing the
I guess it's because I've only run it once, so
oh, okay. 'Cause I know there's a clock movement one where you stand on it to move it 25%, and if you have it facing out into the group, it will go all across the squares.
I only did it on the day one. I haven't been in since.
You haven't been getting your coins and your upgrades
Oh,
for your best in slots?
my monk is full 370 gear, so
You're not getting it for your coin collection?
no. I
You're
keep
not going to be a
forgetting to do it.
numismatist?
He's totally a closet numismatist.
That's the one. I can never pronounce it right.
It's all right.
The only thing I do is Namazu, zoo.
The Namazu are kind of great. Wasshoi!
Should we talk about them
Yes,
real
yes.
quick?
Wasshoi! Yes.
Yes.
Oh, someone posted a great thing of all the of a large amount of various NPCs drawn as Namazu.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's amazing.
Like Hancock Namazu or Yotsuyu Namazu.
Am I the only one who's scared by that giant wicker man?
You
What's
too
up?
can have that giant wicker man in your house. You're sorry?
Yes, I.
Yes.
Yes. I really
Yeah,
really
the
want to
Namazu-
slap Seigetsu though.
Say again?
Go saw you.
I want to slap Seigetsu so hard.
He mostly deserves it. And the little scenes each time you see how you've just gone and changed their fate.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Like,
it's always so good.
I think the Namazu are the breakout stars of this patch.
Oh yeah.
I still hate some of them,
But they're so adorable.
and
And you can hear that little.
I still want to kick that one from the storyline, but
But
I
even
mean,
they
yeah.
want to kick him, so
Yeah.
that's true.
yeah, the rank 7 quest was amazing. I can't wait to rank 8.
Yeah,
I don't know how that each one tops each one, but it just does.
they spent a
Yeah.
lot of time on it.
I ended up missing a few days, so I just had the making of the Mikoshi. Wasshoi!
Wasshoi!
That's a lot of days, Seyrr.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had some stuff happen.
Wow. I'm
All
sorry.
I know is once you get high enough in the rank, you get a cool side quest where you can ride a horse.
Ooh.
Yeah, you got to ride a horse from one side to the other. Luckily, a friend was following me because they raised me because you can't fly.
Yeah, I think you're right, Silver Wolf. Friday,
Yeah.
for those who are all the way caught up, will be able to get the rank 8.
I don't
But
think I
he-
get that early.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, it's a delightful set of quests. It can work with any crafting or gathering job. They have work for you to do no matter what you're coming as. So come make their happy festival, learn cultural traditions, yell Wasshoi a lot.
Wasshoi!
Wasshoi!
Also, I really
Oh.
do hope they add the primal, the big one, eventually, and just have a joke primal when we fight a giant fish.
Oh no. Clearly that's going to come up in the combined quest.
Yeah. I mean, they're praising it, so technically it could be a primal.
Even though we're creating a lot of the myths ourselves, that's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, am I out of the scions now?
Oh my god! Imagine, imagine if it's a solo instance, right? Oh my god, this is gonna be creepy as hell. And I want anyone that's listening, warning you might have nightmares. But imagine if it's a solo instance because it's not proper primal and it has your character's face on it, on the fish.
Oh,
I'm very, very scared now.
Wasshoi, question mark.
Probably the funniest thing that I've seen, though, is somebody took that. Are you guys familiar with Epic Sax Man?
Is that
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy who does...
No, it's da 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 da, and it just loops.
Huh.
Somebody took that, and it times perfectly with that particular little cutscene with the big one. So I saw somebody do that on Reddit, and I laughed hard. It was hilarious.
So yes, the Namazu are utterly ridiculous, and it is unclear how they have survived to this point.
Because of our
and they are
intervention, of course.
And they are a national treasure.
As I said to everyone in my free company, the Namazus are just a race of me.
They sure are special.
Where you
Wasshoi!
Wasshoi!
Very special. But do remember that when you take on those quests, you have to complete them on the quests you accepted on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do think a little bit about what you want to level when you take them on.
Yeah, because
I got my culinary to 70 with it, and my alchemist is nearly 70 now.
with that and with all the new custom deliveries, I've actually gotten goldsmith and leatherworker up to 70 now. The rest of them are all sitting at 69. So
I'll go work out where the new custom delivery is.
oh, it's in Tamamizu.
You
Okay.
start in Kugane at the Shiokaze hostelry.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Side note, you will need to finish the number of side quests in the Ruby Sea.
Well, I might be screwed then.
You've done Shisui of the Violet Tides, right?
Yeah.
There's a set of quests that come after that.
I think I did that because it was cute.
Oh, yeah. If you finish all the stuff with the Ruby Princess, then you're actually about in the state. Because the custom deliveries deal with her wanting to try to start opening up Sui no Sato to trade.
Yep.
I
think
still
that's
haven't
a cute
unlocked
story
flying
too.
in Doma though yet.
What?
In any Doma areas, I don't have flying.
Come on, Chille.
I'll get flying when I beat God Kefka.
But then, how are you going to Wasshoi?
Yeah.
I can walk there.
Wasshoi!
Yes,
Wasshoi!
yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh man, I am never getting tired of that.
But no,
Ooh, I think we have an episode title.
Wasshoi?
By the way, can I say,
Yes, yes.
unless you want to scare your neighbours, please don't get the effigy. I mean, the effigy is amazing, but it's a bit too big.
Oh man, I saw someone who got it perched on like the top of a Shirogane castle style
Yeah,
house.
they glitched it on their house.
For the greatest glory, now all can go and hail the Namazu.
Wasshoi!
Wasshoi!
Yes, yes.
All I know is I saw the, there's one picture where there's 4 of them outside a Shirogane house.
Oh.
For me, that's a big no-no.
All I know is if once I get enough tokens, I'm just gonna get all the stuff out of my house and literally just make a wall of them. Just right around the edge of the house, right? Yeah, just yeah.
Oh. And you can get stuffed Namazu. It's so adorable.
Can you get barbecued Namazu?
Also,
Wow.
don't screw up like I did. There's a cloth you can get at rank 7. That's used to make a new minion, the Magni minion. Check the fact that it's not tradable, because I asked a friend to craft me it, and I bought 2, thinking, I'll be nice. I'll give him 1 cloth to make his own. Went over to him, started trading, then realised it's untradeable.
Ooh.
So now I've got 2 cloths I can just look at.
Is the minion tradable?
The minion's tradable, but the crafting items aren't.
That's a little odd.
Yeah.
Yep. Oroniri cloth is untradeable.
Yeah. So yeah, don't be an idiot like me and read the fact it's untradeable.
The more you know.
But he was very nice. He's like, well, if you give me 7 storm sap, I'll give you a cloth. So I just went and bought 7 storm sap and gave him that, and I got the minion.
Well, I mean that
There
makes
we go.
sense, I suppose, because
Yep.
those are 1 each.
Yep,
Yeah.
trading equivalent value.
Plus,
So,
he can then either go and sell those, or he can use those to make the gear. And
Yeah, he used it to make his gear. So
yeah, because when they first came out, I mean, they were selling for 1 to 200K
Yeah.
a piece.
yeah,
It's just like those fibers from the Mughals way back in Heavensward.
Or the Icodal sealant from the
Yep.
Exal.
Which
I
you
would
can
say the
now buy with
sealant last. I want to say the sealant lasted longer as a high price than anything else.
It did
Yeah.
last a while.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why I think I still have so many oak knots still.
I still got like 500. I guess I should burn them on coke for making more submarine parts.
Wow, Seyrr. You always go to Coke, don't you?
Well, yeah. You need
Coke
a
party.
lot. You need a lot of it if you're going to stay up all night making an airship. Well, an airship and a submarine. Though, I mean, I don't need an airship because I am flying.
Wow,
Anyone got
Seyrr.
more coke?
Wow, Seyrr.
But is it Diet Cokes?
I'll do stuff for it. You know, stuff.
Good
First
night,
one's
folks. All right. Anything else you guys really want to talk about? Let's save a little bit for this for the next episode.
Right. But, yeah, I think just the Namazu have been, like, so utterly and unexpectedly delightful.
Wasshoi!
Wasshoi.
Wasshoi!
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh, man, I am going to go over to one of the Obon festivals around here, and I am going to be a pain in the ass.
Wasshoi!
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes, Fair Eyes. Apparently, Seyrr was
All I know is if I switch it to Japanese audio, do they say hi hi?
I don't know.
they don't have the audio.
That's a pity.
Remember, they're just text only, so they weren't.
Oh,
They
man.
weren't VA'd.
And I, like, have a nice cup of tea before I go to bed every night. Am I a secret Namazu?
I like a cup of tea before bed.
But it doesn't make you drunk.
No.
Mm,
Well, I'm British, so maybe it does.
yeah, that could be how this works. So So anyway.
Anyway, so I guess then, guys, that will do it for this episode. If you liked what you heard, please make sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on iTunes, Google Play Music, or Podbean, or any of your favorite podcatchers or places that you listen to or watch shows like this. And if possible, please leave us a rating or review. It really does help people to find us and helps to grow us within the podcasting community.
Even if it's just yes.
Yes. I want to get a whole bunch of reviews that just say Wasshoi. Yes. And a 5-star review. But if you really dig this show, please consider subscribing here at Twitch, which, if you remember hearing at the beginning of the show, we are going to be getting custom subscriber badges for all of our subscribers here. As soon as they're implemented, you'll be able to get those. Or if you want to support us on Patreon, you can go check out patreon.com/PhoenixDownRadio and support us that way, like our amazing friend Aurori Fenrir. But no matter how you do it, whether it's through paid subscriptions, likes, retweets, emails, whatever, we really appreciate you guys and love hearing from you, and just keep doing it. It makes it so much more fun and makes it worthwhile to keep doing these podcasts and these streams. So we love interacting with you guys, and we want to keep it up. If you want to check out our website, it's at www.phoenixdownradio.com. And you can send us an email with questions, suggestions, concerns, Wasshoi at podcast.
You guys know that we're only 29 episodes till episode 100.
We're getting very close.
Lore suggestions. I could always use more of those.
Yeah, podcast at phoenixdownradio.com. Our Twitter is at phxdnradio.
Can we get a Namazu lore section? That'd be amazing.
Maybe.
Oh my god, as soon as I get enough info for it, I will totally do that.
Yes.
I'll be about that. Wasshoi!
Yes.
Shoutouts. Don't all start at once.
Well, I have so many normally, so I thought I'd wait for a second.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and do yours. I need a moment.
Okay, fine. I'd like to shout out to both Seyrr and Klauss for having me on. Thank you as always. A shout out to my other hosts of PlayStation Universe, Neil, Gary, Chris, and Tim. And a shout out to Yvonne Mail, aka Girlfriend's favourite streamer at twitch.tv/Yvonne Mail. Shout out to She Hills I Tank. Because I felt bad because I passed out during the show. A shout out to Momo for going out on a little Lalafell date with me this week. That was lovely. Thank you for putting up with me. And a shout out to my friend on the other server that remembered who I was. A shout out to Ashu. And a shout out to everyone in the chat. Especially Naja, because please don't mace me.
Okay. Seyrr?
Alright, so shout out to Klauss and Chille, of course. Always have fun doing this with you. Shout out to Luna as well. Hopefully we'll see you again soon. Hope you're feeling a bit better. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Shout out to the people with whom I've been having those great discussions in our Phoenix Down Radio Discord. So, let me see, who all... It all starts to swirl together after a while. Scarlet, Anonymous, Mary Ray, Mithrin. Let's see.
Kane.
Sorry to get into. Oh yeah, Kane was in there. We've got it split between like 3 different chats now, because some of it's spoilers and some of it's old lore stuff.
That's true.
And there's a giant Namazu.
Yes.
Wasshoi!
Wasshoi! Anyways, shout out to all you guys. You're great. Those of you who care about my social media presence, you can find me at FFXIV Seyrr. I mostly post random interesting things that I was cooking with my friends or weird finds from the library.
Wasshoi!
Wasshoi!
My social media. My social media account is Chille UK, CHILLE UK. If I reach 1,100 followers by the end of summer, I'll be doing a giveaway.
Ooh.
I'm currently at 1,070 followers, so
Very close.
Geez, just 30 more.
yeah.
That's totally doable.
I'm very happy that I've got over 1,000, so.
And I, of course, have to shout out my co-hosts, Seyrr and Chille. Thank you again for joining me on this train wreck that we call Phoenix Down Radio. Shout out to Luna. I hope you are doing better. Like I said, if you ever need anything, you know how to get a hold of me. Shout out to everybody checking us out live here at twitch.tv/Phoenix Down Radio. Shout out to everybody on Hyperion who's joining us at the Gold Saucer. Thank you so much, Aurori, Saradra Warsong, Arya Cisco, Silverwolf. Yeah, Silverwolf is actually Saradra. A whole bunch of people who've been joining us throughout the show. Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody listening to us out on the podcast as well. And if you want to get a hold of me on the social medias, you can hit me up at PHXDN_KLAUSS on Twitter. So, for my co-hosts, for the absent Lunavox, for Seyrr, and for Chille, I am Klauss Nightbringer, wishing everybody a wonderful evening. Take care.
Wasshoi!
Phoenix Down Radio is a
Yes,
production
yes.
of PhoenixDownRadio.com and Illusion Productions. Final Fantasy XIV and Eorzea are trademarks of Square Enix. In-game content for Phoenix Down Radio is the copyright of Square Enix. Opening music for Phoenix Down Radio is provided by Guilty Gear Rock You. Check out the Metal Chocobo theme cover and many other music videos at youtube.com/Guilty Gear Rock You. Closing music for this episode is provided by Guitar Wanker 90. Please check out their full version of Matoya's Cave and other rock video game covers at youtube.com/Guitar Wanker 90. The views and opinions expressed in this episode are those of Phoenix Down Radio and its hosts and do not reflect the views of Square Enix.